someone fell from the ride. We are responding.
A tragedy at a theme park in Florida where a teenager died after falling from a ride. That boy has been identified as Tyre Sampson, a 14-year-old from St. Louis County. Good evening and thanks for being with us. I'm Michelle Lee. This happened last night on a ride called FreeFall at Orlando's Icon Park. The Orange County Sheriff says it's not clear how Sampson fell out of his seat, but an investigation is now underway. The sheriff says this seems like it was just a very tragic accident. Tyre Sampson's death has obviously left his family, friends, and teammates all heartbroken. And tonight our Robert Townsend sat down with his father. Robert.
Michelle, Yarnell Sampson says he feels as if his world has suddenly stopped. He cannot believe his son is now gone.
It's still the worst day of my life. It ain't gonna stop.
Tears fill his eyes. He's seemingly at a loss for words.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yarnell Sampson says he's living a nightmare that shattered his world.
I want to know what happened to my son.
His 14-year-old son, Tyre Sampson, died after falling from a ride at an amusement park in Orlando Thursday night.
He changed my life. Gave me something to live for. That was the best thing God could have gave me.
He says at just 8 years old, his son, everyone called Big Tick, fell in love with football. Tyre later excelled on the field and in the classroom.
He was doing his training videos. He started working out.
The 6'5", 325-pound 8th grader was a straight-A student and looking forward to playing football for East St. Louis High School in the fall. Tyre also played for Bad Boys, a nationally ranked youth football program based out of St. Louis.
He was a very good, charismatic young man. His friends will tell you, family will tell you, anybody involved there, young man he touched.
I call him a gentle giant.
Their gentle giant who dreamed of perhaps becoming a professional football player.
And I think he was the next big thing coming out of St. Louis.
Gone too soon.
Well, he was big and body, but in his heart, he was just still a kid.
And I just appreciate I had him as my son. I wish I was here to tell him I love him.
Tyre Sampson was a student at City of Garden Montessori School. Now, in a letter sent to families, the school's executive director expressed condolences to Sampson's family and friends. On Monday, counselors will be at that school helping students and staff cope with the sudden loss.
Unimaginable loss. Thank you so much, Robert. Of course, as Robert mentioned, Sampson had a love for football. His former coach says he was an honor roll student, respectful, and a good kid.
They teach you that, but when you got a good kid that, like I say, straight A student, never did anything wrong, never got in trouble, you know, you kind of question it, like, why him, you know? But I tell him to just stay strong and just keep his name alive.
Well, for now, we know that the ride is shut down during the investigation. Today, inspectors were at that site trying to figure out what happened. The ride is more than 400 feet high and free falls at about 75 miles an hour. It was new and had just opened over the Christmas holiday. A spokesperson for the company that owns the ride says it is programmed not to work unless all riders are locked in. Of course, we are going to follow this story. You can get the latest updates on air and online at ksdk.com.